Hey guys, this is Music Talk on DMD2, Produce Tune and hitparade.ch. Here with me, the guys from Silverstein, Shane and Bill.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, welcome to the 10th anniversary of the Greenfield Festival. Have you played here already?
We played here in 2011.
Oh, yes.
So 3 years ago we played, had a great time. Really We've been trying to come back ever since, and here we are, 2014, ready to go tonight.
We highly appreciate that you extra for us flew in from Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
So I understand that is the first gig in Europe now?
Yeah, we flew in yesterday in the morning, arrived in Zurich, had a really nice day, just took the train downtown and had some food and some drinks, and it started to rain, but it was really nice.
Yeah, lots of rain at this festival. That's like
lots of rain at this festival, which is a very elegant bridge to my first big question. Your current album is called "This Is How the Wind Shifts." It's called "This Is How the Wind Shifts." Can you guys predict? I mean, I assume you can predict the weather, how it's going to shift. So, what will be the next weather condition here?
Yeah, which way is that wind gonna blow? I don't know.
Yeah, you need to tell me now.
Well, we're going to Spain tomorrow, so I think it's gonna be pretty nice.
I think the point behind the album title was that you can never predict how the wind's gonna shift.
It's always different than what you expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. No, but we'll be pretty honest. I don't know how many of the 10 years it's rained.
Yeah,
I heard every year.
Every year.
Yeah, and people, it's great. You know, I was watching a little bit of Miss May I out there, and
yes.
It's pretty cool just to see people just pouring rain. They're soaked and they don't even care.
They don't even care.
I'm like, there's no way I'm going out there.
No, yeah.
But you know, they like, love it. So it really is cool that the weather doesn't stop anybody from the passion of music.
No, not at all. No, in contrary, I think the kids, they love it when they can cheer and dance in the rain. So, but I also was wondering in the early years of the festival why the guys chose to come here, because you know this spot between the two lakes is so highly risky that it's going to rain. So when in this area of Switzerland there is one cloud,
right?
It's here.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, it is beautiful.
It's so beautiful, and even when we played here 3 years ago, we drove in overnight with the bus.
Yes.
So we didn't get to see the drive on the way in, and today we got to stop and take pictures at all the lakes and all the. It's so beautiful. Like even just around the festival, it's so pretty, but the drive in is really breathtaking. So.
It definitely makes it special for people, I think, too. They come here, they camp. If it was just in Zurich or whatever, people would. It would be as special, you know.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, you guys coming from Canada, it's a very nice place too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it must be quite similar. Not everything, of course, but
Canada for sure. Definitely in like the Rocky Mountains in Western Canada.
Yes.
Definitely similar.
Yes.
Where we live, no, it's just flat, boring, cold.
Come on.
Well, I'm being honest. Where we live in Eastern Canada, it's not very exciting geographically. It's pretty boring.
Can you explain why Canada is still the #1 country people from Switzerland are going to, not just to travel,
Is that true?
but to yes.
I've met some people that
expatriate
went to
themselves.
Switzerland to learn English and like study and stuff.
Yes.
Do you have any idea why?
I think Canada is generally a good place for people to travel to go spend a year living, because it is North American, but we still have some European similarities.
That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. It's I've met a lot of people from Europe and England and Australia that have come to move to Canada, and I guess it's just the U.S. is like so its own thing that Canada has a little bit of that, but it still has some similarities to, you know.
We're very welcoming people. You know, we're very accepting of people wherever they come from.
Yes.
Maybe that's part of the reason. I don't know, but I mean, you know, Switzerland. I don't know. Maybe it's the love of hockey we share. I'm not sure.
I mean, that is something I really I don't know. I do understand. There are lots of Swiss hockey players. In National Hockey League. Really.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So getting back to the music, guys, your current album. It's as we learned, it's a concept album. So why would anyone create a concept album except for, or in contrary to put different tracks on a record that have nothing to do with each other?
Well, we've done that. I mean, our first 3 albums were pretty much just you know, if you want to say a collection of songs or whatever, you know. And we found that after doing that for 3 records, we got a little bit bored.
Yes.
So the 4th record, we did a concept album called Shipwreck in the Sand,
Yes.
which we really enjoyed. And then when it came time to do this record, we kind of wanted to do another concept album with a bit of a different
Yes.
flavor. So you can see
Yes.
it says side A and side B.
Yes.
And you know, the songs are relatable, and if you read the tracks together, they read together. So that's the concept, is that you know, one is
Yes.
the beginning of the story, and then side
Yes.
B is the second part of the
Yes.
story. So
Yeah.
it's been it was really, really cool working on that and putting that all together. And I think our fans and critics too have appreciated that we did that, and that we did something special, and it wasn't just like, we'll record a bunch of songs and figure it out later where
sure.
they're gonna go, you know.
Yeah, sure. Now that you say that it's here on side A and side B, I believe that you're also selling that as a vinyl, right?
Yeah, of course. That's something we've always done. I mean, vinyls was a
Yes.
big important part of us growing up as kids. You know,
Yes.
records were a thing, you know. So we have always thought about, you know, side A, side B, and having like the songs kind of work,
Yes.
you know, that way too. So
On this album too, there are some tracks that the songs actually match up. There's 2 tracks in particular, This Is How and The Wind Shifts, and they're separate
Yes.
tracks on their own, but musically they go together, and you can actually play them over top of each other at the same time, and they form one track.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that was cool to
Wow.
do.
Wow.
that was a lot of work.
Yeah, that was probably a lot of engineering work. Okay, where did you record it? In Canada?
Yeah,
At
we
your
recorded in
place?
Canada, yeah, with up in Guelph, Ontario, which is
Yes.
where I went to university actually.
Okay.
So I have some ties there, and
Yes.
yeah, we recorded just kind of in the country a little bit. There was like animals and horses and stuff around. And it's yeah, right by a farm. So it's nice to record there, and it's a little more peaceful than doing
Yes.
it in like a busy city, or you know, we've recorded albums in Los Angeles and stuff. So this was a little more mellow.
Yeah, I mean, you're huge. I was quite surprised when I saw how many likes you have on your Facebook page. It's more than 1 million.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, obviously that's quite a lot. On one hand, you are stuck to vinyl, or you are still in fond of vinyl and the analog years where you come from, and on the other hand, new technology and new media ways how to communicate with your fans becomes more and more important, doesn't it?
Well, being from Canada, we've always been internationally minded, you know? We're not just touring Canada.
Yes.
We especially went to tour the United States, but we didn't just focus on those places, you know? We
Yes.
have always focused on the entire world.
Yes.
And we try to tour Europe as much as possible. We try to go over and tour Asia and
Yes.
Australia as much as we can. So I think Facebook in particular
Yeah,
is
it helps
a
you, of
place
course.
that brings everyone together.
Yeah, sure.
So over the course of 14 years, we've been able to really bring all our fans together in one spot.
And with technology, you know, when we first started our band, there was no such thing as Facebook, you
No.
know, or any social media
Yes.
at all. There was literally websites and like
Yes.
email.
Yeah.
So as that stuff grew, we were always conscious of the
MySpace,
technology
probably.
changing.
Yeah.
MySpace, our Friendster before that,
Yes.
and we were always kind of on top of those trends.
Yes.
So we've always embraced them. Where some bands
Yeah.
kind of, I think, maybe didn't. We've always been like, oh, okay, Instagram. I don't know what that is. We'll sign up for it, and it's really cool. So
That's really cool.
we have all that
Yeah.
stuff. So if anyone's watching, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and of course Facebook, and it's something that I think is a great way for us to connect to our fans. And it's just, I think it's, I wish that when I was going to shows growing up, I wish that existed.
Yes.
Because it didn't.
To be really close to the artist.
Yeah,
Or
it didn't exist. There was,
Yes.
I remember I emailed 88 Fingers Louie once, and they right when they broke up, and then they were like, so it's okay. We sucked live
Well,
anyways.
things you
It's
might,
okay. You
might
never
not
saw
want to
us.
know. Well, yeah. Okay. Hey, thanks you guys for your time.
Yeah.
Actually, time is up. Best wishes and congratulations, and enjoy your stay here.
Sure, yeah, thank you.
And looking forward to see you soon.
Thank you, man.
Cheers, guys. That was the Music Talk on DMD2 with the guys from Silverstein. Cheers.
Yeah.